Yo, what's going on guys, it is Cynnnical, and today for you guys I'm very proud to bring you a guide for multiplayer on Kingdom Hearts Unchained X. Today featuring on the video is Soraalam1, his channel will be in the description below. Otherwise guys, today we thought we'd bring this guide to you just mainly because of the fact that a lot of people are still very confused about multiplayer in Unchained X. This guide is basically going to tell you how to perform multiplayer, all the steps necessary towards doing it, towards partying up with your friends, and also we'll explain exactly what the multiplayer aspects of Unchained X are. We also went ahead and translated the menus for you guys just to make your life a little bit easier when traversing through these menus. So be sure to refer to the menus in this video to make your life a tad bit easier while studying this guide. Otherwise guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video and let's get on with it. First of all, I'm going to walk you through the steps towards creating a team for your friends to join. Shortly afterwards, Soraalam will teach you guys how to actually accept that invite to that team. Now, for the person who is creating the team, what you want to do is you want to tap on the menu button. This will drop down a menu and you'll see many different options that you can tap on. What you want to tap on is this button right here, which is the settings menu. This should once again bring up a ton of different options. Simply tap on the button right here that shows to friends. Once you've done that, you'll be brought to this menu. Now as you guys can see, we have translated these menus for you guys into English, so it's a tad bit easier for you guys to refer to when studying this guide. As you guys can see, we have create, join others, and manage. But for the person who is creating the team, what you want to do is you want to tap on create. Once you've tapped on create, you'll be brought to this menu right here. This is essentially the creation menu for your party. As you guys can see at the top, we have party name, so you can name it anything you like. We have privacy settings and play activity. Now in terms of play activity and party name, they're not really that important, so you don't have to mess around with them too much. But in terms of privacy settings, they're actually quite important. As you guys can see, we have anyone can join with approval, or invite only. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be using invite only, and if you just want a group that consists of just you and your friends, then use the invite only option. Once you've picked your options, press OK. Then you'll be brought to this screen right here. Once again, we have many different options: find people, party members, and manage. What you want to do is you want to tap on find people. Once you've done that, you should be brought to this screen right here. Make sure to press the orange button that is located right here. Once you've done that, it'll bring up this screen, and as you guys can see, it says type the ID of a player below. Simply tap on the box, and then from here on in, you'll have to type the ID of the friend that you want to invite. Now you might be wondering, how exactly do I get the ID? What you want to do is you want to tell your friend to go to this menu right here. Simply tap on their avatar head, and it should bring up a menu like this. At the top right of the box, it should display an ID, and basically just ask your friend to basically tell you what their ID is. Once you have your friend's ID, simply type it into the box and hit OK. Once you've hit OK, it should bring up your friend, and as you guys can see right here, I entered in Dean's ID, and we can see that this is displaying Dean's avatar, his medals, and a few of his stats and stuff like that. Simply press the red button, which basically means, yes, accept, I want to go through with this. You'll be brought to this screen right here. It's basically asking you, invite this player to your team. You can type a message and stuff like that, just saying, hey, join my team, and then simply hit OK. Once you've done that, the invite is sent.
Alright guys, it's me, Dean, Soraalam1 here, and I am going to be playing the friend that gets invited to the party to show you guys how exactly, if your friend is being the host, how you are going to be able to join them if they send you an invite. I'm just hanging around Daybreak Town. Don't make fun of my level, please. First of all, your friend is going to ask you to give them your ID at some point. For you to view your ID, in order to give it to them, just tap the icon with your player's head in the top left corner, and a little profile will appear and you can see your ID up here in the top right corner. This is the ID you need to give them. You cannot give them your player name. You have to give them this ID in order for them to type it to invite you to their party. Alright, after they have told you that they sent the invite to you, what you're going to want to do, click on the menu, go down to the bottom to this option here that looks like settings. In here, at the second row, you're going to see this little icon that looks like two friends. Just click that, and then now you will be taken to the party's menu, or the team's menu, whatever you would like to call it. Now for me, this little pop-up appeared, And I'm guessing that this pop-up means something along the lines of you have received a team invite, because I'm going into this menu after Cynnnical has just invited me. So I'm going to click OK. And you have the same option screen that Cynnnical had. He had to create a team, but since we are the friend that's going to join his team, you're not going to click that join others second option. That's kind of more for public people. You're going to click the little manage option, the third option. And over here, you'll probably be greeted to a screen of nothingness. Okay, but you'll see two tabs over here. Click on over to the second tab on the right, and oh, look what we have here. We have Cynnnical's invite appearing in this list on the second tab. Remember, you must be in the second tab. So the button on the left would be to accept, and the button on the right would be to deny. So if you want to accept that, yes, I would like to join Cynnnical's party, I'm going to click accept. And woo, here we are. I am now in Cynnnical's party. And that's all you have to do to join your friend's party.
Alright, so now that you guys are in a party, you're probably wondering what exactly can you do in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key in terms of multiplayer. Well, don't worry, me and Dean are here to help you guys out with that. But don't get your hopes up too high, because it's honestly not that
They
great.
tried.
They tried, yeah, exactly. So the first thing we're going to go over is the encounters, because this is probably the biggest function in terms of a multiplayer experience in this game.
Yeah. So, if one of the players in your team has an encounter, and if you already know, encounters are like these little special kind of rare bosses that appear, and they're a bit more challenging than normal. They'll just appear as you go from mission to mission in your daily stride. These guys are going to come up, and once you accept an encounter and you take on this boss, if you are in a team, which we already showed you how to do, if you happen to die on this boss, for some reason, right? Is it right that you have to die?
Yeah, you have to die for this to be able to work. Yep.
Yeah, if for some reason you die on this boss, and you get the option to revive or whatever, only then will one of your teammates be allowed to join you. We tested it, and I was only allowed to join with Cynnnical after he died on this specific guard armor boss.
Yeah, so we sort of went into this thinking that perhaps when a certain player, whatever player it is, goes into an encounter, we almost thought that, okay, you're in the encounter, now that makes the option available for your teammates to come in and assist you. But no, you actually do have to specifically die for your party members to actually come into the encounter to help you out with a bit of damage.
Yeah, so once the other player has died, if you're in the team with them, there will be a little red button that appears both on the Daybreak Town screen above the mission button and in the missions menu to the right. Click this red button, and now it will allow you to join their encounter. Now here's the thing, like, we don't really want you to get your hopes up about. Joining the encounter, you're not really playing alongside your friend as you might have hoped. You kind of get put into this alternate battle that's going on at the same time. And for me, when I joined Cynnical's battle, at the very beginning of the fight, you can see here, Cynnnical jumps in and he does damage to the boss, and that damage is like a massive chunk. That's actually the damage that Cynnnical has put into this boss so far. So now all of his damage is applied to my boss, and now I can fight this boss and add some more damage to it. But we'll never actually be together
in the same room. Yeah, so it's not really like you're both there in the exact same room, the boss is there, you guys are both going hard at it like most of us sort of hoped for and hearing about these raid fights. You're really in your own room dealing your own damage that eventually gets transferred over. Now, in terms of the rewards, there are rewards. Whoever deals the most damage out of how many sort of teammates you have will be granted sort of an MVP status, and whoever does get the MVP status will get better rewards. But really, in terms of the core multiplayer experience, this is it, and it's actually really, really sad to see, because it really isn't a true sort of cooperative experience fighting Heartless that we kind of hoped for.
Yeah, that's really that's honestly the best it gets. Other than that, really, you can look around in Daybreak Town. If you already set up your team, you'll see your friend there walking around in Daybreak Town, like, oh, cool, hey, it's you. But, that's not actually them. It's just a computer AI walking around with their character, letting you know, oh, you're friends with this person. You can also, this is the smaller feature that you can do, but like you can kind of steal one of your friend's medals, or like, you know, take one of your friend's medals, add it to your own medal deck, and then you can use it yourself in battle. And what's interesting about this, me and Cynnnical haven't really figured it out completely yet, but what it is, when I was using one of Cynnical's medals, I used the swipe function on it to unlock its secret ability or whatever in battle, and the first time I did it, some random like guy wearing Cheshire Cat clothes appeared and helped me out in the fight. But the second time I was able to swipe the friendship medal, Cynnical's character himself appeared as like almost like I was summoning him. Now we had kind of expected it to be that first sort of summon, like you swipe your friend's medal, you're always summoning your friend, but apparently that's not really the case.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a completely random person, so we're kind of confused with the situation. We don't really know, you know, how it exactly works. In terms of the medal, though, you will select this medal before you go into a mission. Basically, this is the friendship, or more so known as the partner medal, and it's basically an extra medal not included with your medal slots that are attached to your Keyblade. But really, you know, you can't actually choose a specific medal that your friend has. So say you're really jealous that your friend's got like a gold 6-star, you know, Valor Form Sora medal, and you really want to use it. No, you can't choose the specific one. It just basically loads in a random one from your friend's collection of medals.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, it's not everything about the multiplayer of this game is just like, you know, a little bit underwhelming, but we can all like, you know, give it a little bit of a pass. This is a mobile game, but you know, I can barely, in my opinion, I can barely call this multiplayer. It's more like a connected network type of play.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that, like, you know, this game is run on it's run on an online service. It's run on servers and stuff, and I think that overall, I mean, that really didn't have to be necessary. It would have been cool if it was a game that you didn't have to have internet for, but if you did have internet, perhaps you could still perform these functions. But with it relying on internet, it almost seems like it should actually have more in-depth multiplayer features where, say, you know, you could get a group of like 4 of your friends to come on missions with you and stuff like that, but that really isn't the case. The last thing that you can actually do is you can chat. So if you don't use Skype, or you don't use, say, Facebook or some sort of instant message service, well, don't worry, because Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key has you covered with a great instant message chatting service in game. It's really not that good, but yeah.
I mean, it's just your basic bare bones. I'm gonna type something to you, you type something to me. You can check it. You can check it at any time. You can check it during missions. You can check it in Daybreak Town. So you're not really limited in that aspect. It's probably the biggest interaction you have with other players in the whole experience. But I mean, what can you do? It's Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, the multiplayer game. Overall, I mean, I don't even want to call it a multiplayer game. Overall, it's very light on the friend aspect, and really it's more of my friends are my power rather than I actually want to team up with my friend.
Exactly, yeah. So in conclusion, I think that from this video you guys have probably learned that the multiplayer isn't as great as most people were sort of anticipating. Who knows, there might actually be a few sort of other hidden features within the menus, because obviously as of right now the only version that is out is the Japanese version. I thought that I'd quickly mention that there are online leaderboards in this game displaying who has the highest level, highest lux and stuff like that, but I mean, it's only a leaderboard, it's nothing groundbreaking. But anyway guys, what's your opinions and thoughts towards the multiplayer of Unchained Key? Is this what you were expecting? Were you expecting something a little better? Are you happy with this and stuff like that? Be sure to let me and Dean know in the comment section below. Also, I want to thank Dean for helping me out with this tutorial today. His channel will be in the description below. Otherwise guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video from us, and until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.